Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hypnovision, and I am your host, Nicholas. This evening, I want to talk a little bit about the Soul Center and some of the meanings behind it and how it's really manifests through my writing. And very interestingly enough, I was thinking about how I came up with the names. And in taking my writing and organizing it and creating and crafting a story around it, I decided that it would be better to come up with some kind of anonymous names. And I put some information into ChatGTP when I started writing all the Soul Center stories, and it came up with Gabriel and Genevieve. And I wanted to share something really cool about these characters and their origins because based upon my writing, these names were recommended to me. And the first one is Gabriel, and the origin of Gabriel has a Hebrew origin, and it means God is my strength, or God is my hero. In the Bible, Gabriel was an archangel who serves as a messenger from God, most famously announcing the births of John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. It's just very, very interesting. And Genevieve has a French origin and is derived from the Germanic name Genevieve, which is composed of the elements of kuni, meaning kin, and wife, meaning wife or woman. Genevieve is often associated with the Saint Genevieve, the patron of Saint of Paris, who lived in the 5th century and was revered by her piety, a devotion to the city during times of crisis. And please excuse me if I mispronounced any names, but the connection with Paris and the series Past Lives of Paris and the Soul Center, somehow it like really has intertwined into this really awesome story that's just, when I look back at it now, it's just kind of taking on its life of its own. And I just wanted to share a little bit about the characters, the meanings behind their names, because I do find a certain symbolic meaning to it for me. And with that, I'd just like to pivot a little bit to a few sections from my personal journaling of self-realizing and unlocking the author within me, so to speak. And I'm going to be reading something I wrote maybe 9 months ago. It's called The Story of Imagination, the author. Tonight, I am once again coming to you as the author. The story of imagination is the story of true manifestation. The author loves his readers because here he is boundless. The author is free, and tonight I wish to share my continued promise. Through the form of my writing, this is purely daydreaming imagination and coming from the heart, authentic as the sky is blue. The promise set me free. I don't need to prove, as I am the living proof, that imagination does make dreams come true. I will never forget the words I spoke when I made that promise, to always be open and honest. No matter what timeline my queen is in, far and wide I can travel across vast expanses and still light up her face like the sun in the sky. By now my travels have brought me great wisdom and the wisest version of me that grew from that promise. You've seen many sides of me as an artist, a phoenix, a wounded warrior, and even a lost pup, Snoopy, come home. My confidence grew from the promise. Now that I remember who I am, a king always holds his queen in high honor. I am humble, but the strongest of them all. I have compassion in my heart and a desire hotter than the sunlight. Now that I am rightfully on my throne and I remember my true power, it's time for me to express it fully. Future proves past. Remember when I wrote, your fears, I take them completely. My love conquers all, so I give you back it transformed as a rose. A reminder that through the ages, a bond like this genuinely is strong. I follow this up with just imagining the person reading this, and I wrote like maybe a paragraph, and I want to share that because learning how to write as an author and trying to create stories really gets you into your head in how to create that dialogue between two characters. But it sounds kind of silly, but talking to yourself, in other words, so that dualistic monologue within your head, when you start to do this type of writing, you start to uncover like different sides of yourself and different characteristics that you can really start to pull out and play with. So the following is kind of like what I was imagining a person, what was going through their head reading something like this. I saw him in many forms. He once spoke about going supernova. I am amazed at the devotion and the drive he shows for himself. He truly is wonderful, confident, and truly living proof. You inspired me in many ways. So guys, there is a lot of emotion. Some of these stories is taking me a while to feel comfortable getting on a mic and being able to keep my emotions in check, because a part of being emotionally tuned is not running away or straying or avoiding your emotions, rather just accepting them. When you pull up a memory or think about something that creates an emotional charge within you, is to not slip into a state of reliving that event or allowing your emotions to kind of overrun your thinking. So taking a deep breath and remembering like how to play with your emotions really, and not be resistant to allowing things to just flow. Take a deep breath and keep it moving. So the Soul Center really is just a giant reflection of myself through journaling. And it's also transformed how I see myself and allowed me to really take accountability for a lot of life lessons, but also turn around and look at my life and say, what specific talents can I pull together and they work in more of a synchronistic or symbiotic type relationship. So definitely having talents play off of each other is starting to take its own purpose for me now. It's really starting to allow me to see what I have to offer and what I have to give, and how I can apply my talents in a much different way that is, at the end of the day, when it feels like it's not work and I'm always creating and moving and doing stuff, and I look forward to it every single day. I get up and look forward to it. I come home from work and I work on myself, and I spend time with my kids. So at some point, that whole thing is going to flip, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm running to that. That is where I'm going. And so Hypnovision Media, the Soul Center, the Hypnotic Experience, Hypno Waves. So there's a lot of wordplay there, but there's such an expansive foundation that's already been poured for this thing to take flight. And I'm very excited. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and also at the same time say thank you to all of you.